Hello, and welcome to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. I am currently in Dark Faction because it has these beautiful nebula effects. Good job, developers. So, today I will be showing you how to place space bases with precision, and how I go about doing this. As you can see here, and in the previous video on stackable sats and why you should use them, I was placing bases with relative precision. I say relative because, well, yeah, those aren't properly. Anyways, my OCD demands better placement than that. But I sometimes have to say, no, OCD, stop. Anyways, some of you will understand this, and I will be showing you how I do it as best that I possibly can, and how I place these two right next to each other. So that they look just like they're right next to each other. Alright, so rule number one, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on God mode for a second. That way we can go out of the way of this. Rule number one of placing things in space sectors is you want to be looking at the sun. Well, that's one of the rules. So, first of all, you start at the star. The reason that you do this is because you want to go to the sun, or the sector that you want to build in, and you want to make sure that you are on the O field, the O plane. We call it the O plane because when you press O, you align with it. And as you can see, you can move like this, and then you press O and it lines it up. And then once you're in the sector that you want to build in, you make sure that you travel in this sector, whether it's going to be like over there on that side of the planet, or the opposite side of the planet, or whatever. Well, maybe not the opposite side of the planet, but anywhere along this line. Anywhere along that line is where you want to be placing a base. And the reason for this is because you can look at the sun and have perfect solar while it's along that plane. But if you go above the planet or below the planet, you will have to tilt the base or the solar panels so that they look at the sun. And for placing precision bases, or placing bases with precision one on top of each other right next to each other, you don't want to do this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the key bindings and into the nitty gritty. Now, first off, I'm going to spawn this decon sat. This one is currently only available on the Discord. So I'm going to place it, I'm going to hold O, and I'm going to make sure that my crosshair is right on the sun. Now, you may not be able to see the sun if it's a dim star, and you may have to go into the map, you may have to go into the galaxy map, and then place a waypoint on it, and then you'll have that little yellow waypoint to attune with. Just gonna remove it, and that will also tell you where the star is if it's too dim, like it's a black hole, or like if it's a star and that you just can't see. So that's another way of doing that. Alright, now with O key held down, I'm gonna use the home key to push this out as far as I can, just so that you can see what I'm doing here. The home key pushes it away from you. The N key brings it towards you. The page down key goes down. Page up key goes up. Insert key rotates it. Find key doesn't do anything. Delete key also rotates it. Now, when you have rotated it like this, the home and insert keys do different things. As you can see, it still pushes it. It just doesn't push it in the way you expect. So keep that in mind. Now, make sure the crosshair's on there. Good, good, good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use symmetry plane here. And I am going to put this one right. Whoops. I think it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that one and that one, and I'm going to make sure that symmetry plane is just on the edge right there. On the edge of, so that only that is on there. Now, if you want to place a base above it, simply go up. Don't press any other keys. And you spawn in another one, make sure it's aligned with the star. Align it, hit the home key until it's all the way out. And then you place it, and now it is placed right on top of the other one. Now, if you want, you can also do the same trick with the red highlight. Go out to the side here. And go out a little bit more. Spawn it again. Again, do the same thing. Hit the O key, make sure it's aligned with the star. Might have to do this a couple of times. Okay, home. Now, if it is doing that and it's constantly coming back to you, it means that your character is still moving a little bit with inertia. And that's not great. So you want to make sure you don't move forward at all and you're only moving side to side. I'm just going to get it close as I possibly can. I think that's good enough. Let's move it over a little bit more. Alright. Move it over just a little bit more. Yep, still not close enough. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky, but I might have gone out too far. Anyways, that's alright. I'll just place it here. But yeah, wow, that was actually pretty dang close for me being a little bit impatient there, but for the purposes of the video. But as you can see here, I made a mistake because I was impatient. And the mistake I made was I didn't follow the blue guideline. I know, I get impatient, it's just part of who I am. So as you can see, these two are lined up via that blue guideline, or that blue symmetry line. But this one is not, because I did not keep my character. So yes, it is a little bit finicky, but hopefully this guide teaches you how to use mechanics in-game to place things very, very precisely. And as you can see here, I didn't have the patience to do it, but I don't want this video to be longer than 10 minutes. So, alright. Thank you for watching. Make sure to have a good day. Be kind to your fellow humans, and I hope you have a good day. And if you're willing, stick around for a few minutes. I'm going to pad out the watch time with some channel updates. So, for those of you who are familiar with this channel, I do combat videos, PEI Combat Academy, or PEI Combat Academy? Yes, on Mondays. I typically try and do a stream on Wednesdays, and I do long-form content on Fridays, such as random game guides, registry guides, stuff like that, interviews with players, things like that. Yeah, so there's going to be a change to the Wednesday content, and the reason is pretty simple. I have been having some issues with dealing with YouTube. When I go to do streaming, it constantly disconnects and I can't be streaming for more than an hour, and I don't see it disconnect since I'm constantly talking to dead air, and I haven't been having fun with that. So the news is, instead of doing that and having the headache of that and having the sort of not great content because of that, I'm going to be changing it up. So, live streams will be discontinued until further notice. I am tired of troubleshooting them and having them randomly stop because I get disconnected from the streaming server. And I'm tired of troubleshooting it. It is what it is. they are not worth the hassle. I'm not getting good analytics for it, as if I care about analytics, but it is part of it. I don't look forward to doing them, and for me, they give very little benefit because I can't keep a regular schedule with how crazy my real life is right now. So, yeah. From now on, Seattle Building will be recorded ahead of time, and I will run them as premieres and talk with people as we all watch it together. So I'll be able to answer questions in real time while the stream is going. So hopefully that makes that a little bit easier, and hopefully that'll improve the quality of content. And if you have stuck around this long to listen to me ramble about channel updates, I thank you. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and leave a comment. They don't just help me out. I like hearing from you guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Banshee out. Well, if I alt-tab properly. Have a good day.